pull-up game. Perfect.
Mitchell has 11 points this quarter, 20 total. You wonder who the ball's going to go to, in a 5-second call for another turnover for Atlanta. And this has been a tough one to close out for the Dream.
I think Renee Montgomery said that was a quick 5 seconds.
And an offensive foul by Queen Egbo. That little lean can get you in trouble. You mentioned it, a little bit of offense, defense that we're seeing from Atlanta. Kia Vaughn will get the break. As we have 48 seconds left, the Fever are like, we're not going anywhere. Fighting, clawing to see if they can pull this one out.
13 steals for Atlanta in this game. Erica Wheeler has 5 steals. None bigger than the one we just saw a moment ago.
That's her season high. But how about Kelsey Mitchell with over 70% of her team's points here in the fourth quarter? We'll look at some WNBA news and notes. Turning up where we just saw Chicago. They won 2 straight. New York in the same breath. And how about Phoenix trying to figure things out, fine-tune some things. 7 straight games that they've dropped.
Yeah, they had it in the bag against Connecticut last night. I feel like that was last night. These games keep coming so quickly. And just did not have enough gas in the tank, enough adjustments. Jonquel Jones, to the credit of Kurt Miller and staff, I mean, was not involved really in their offense as heavily as a reigning MVP needed to, but she has started to make her presence known last couple of games.
Ryan Howard trying to work her way free from Egbo. Coffee. Too long. Ryan Howard with the rebound. Couldn't get it to go there. Christy Wallace caught some contact, and so it will stay here. A lot of good looks for Atlanta.
You would want to have that one back if you were Ryan Howard, but good defense by Melissa Smith, and then they called it on that swipe. But Christy Wallace is not afraid to get in there and mix it up on the glass. In fact, as she told Tabitha about being a football player back in Australia, I think she likes it. She wants to get in there and gets physical.
She said, look, I have a very big family. We had to fight for everything growing up. Out of Australia, she's fought through everything. That's been her thing throughout her career, fighting through 2 ACL tears and getting back to the stage where she's shining the brightest with the Dream at this point. Timeout for the Fever.
How do you respond to a loss is another aspect of what I think I'm impressed with. 28 seconds to go. Obviously, this is not over, but, you know, other than Washington, Atlanta has not had 2 losses in a row. After losing to Vegas, they bounced back and beat Indy. They just lost to Chicago, and sometimes when you lose to a team, especially a close kind of game down the stretch like that, you can come in, you're shaking a little bit.
An emotional game, as you're mentioning, just a lot that can drain you. Wanting that game so bad against the defending champs, actually having to fight your way back from a 20-point deficit, not being able to close it out, not being satisfied, I think, is what we're seeing from the Dream.
Absolutely. And I think one of the hardest things when you lose is you go from, we were about to celebrate all the great things that happened, to what were all the things I could have done differently to get that win. And so you're thinking about that on Saturday and coming into Sunday's game. And it took the Dream a little while, but that third quarter, something changed in the locker room at the half. And we'll see if they can hold on to it. Kelsey Mitchell, she has anything to say about it, I don't know.
It's a team assignment. Looking at her, this is going to go the other way as there was a miscommunication. Kelsey Mitchell dived to the corner. And Victoria Vivians sent that in the stands a bit. 23 seconds. Both teams in the bonus. And a foul at the top from Henderson. Her second personal foul, and Arian McDonald will be able to step up to the free throw line. She's perfect from the stripe, 4 for 4. And has 11 points so far off the bench. Gets the next one. Last year she had the franchise record, 31 straight made free throws. And misses that one.
You did that. That was your fault.
I'll send her an edible arrangement or something. Kelsey Mitch strong on the shot. Ryan Howard pulls it down, seeing if they're going to foul here. Quinegbo sends it up. But Wallace will hold it out. And the Atlanta Dream survive. They'll move on to 7-4. As that Indiana Fever dropped to 3-10. The Dream rolling to this point. Last year, they only won 8 games. And the Dream feeling it as they send Indiana home and win their 3rd straight game against the Fever.
And we've talked about this a couple times, Angel, but how you win is important. And the Dream has found a way to win different types of games. Slow start, have to win